Imagine waking up in ancient Rome. If you're rich, you open your eyes to marble walls, painted ceilings, and sunlight pouring into your private courtyard. But if you're poor, your day starts in a cramped, dark apartment called an insula, with noisy neighbors, smoky air, and the smell of yesterday's fire still lingering. Two Romans, two worlds. So what did daily life actually look like? Let's step inside. For the wealthy, mornings began with servants dressing them, maybe a visit to the baths, and a light breakfast of bread, honey, or fruit. The poor, if they had breakfast at all, it was usually stale bread or porridge, eaten quickly before rushing to work. Housing showed the divide most clearly. Rich Romans lived in villas, spacious homes with mosaics, gardens, fountains, and even libraries. Poor Romans crammed into insulae, multi-story wooden apartments where fires and collapses were constant dangers. Families squeezed into single rooms, sometimes with no running water. Food was another clear split. At banquets, the rich reclined on couches, sipping wine while servants brought exotic foods, dormice, oysters, honey cakes. For the poor, meals meant bread, olives, lentils, and if lucky, some cheap wine. Meat was rare, and fresh produce wasn't guaranteed. Clothing also revealed status. A wealthy man wore a crisp white toga with a purple stripe, while poor men stuck to simple tunics. Women of wealth wore fine jewelry and styled their hair with elaborate curls, while poor women managed with plain dresses and little adornment. Work divided them too. Rich Romans often didn't work in the way we think. They managed estates, invested in trade, or played politics. The poor labored as farmers, craftsmen, porters, or street sellers. Many were enslaved, forced into grueling jobs with no pay at all. But here's where things got interesting. Entertainment was one of the few places both rich and poor shared space. At the Colosseum, you'd see senators in shaded seats and common citizens packed into the upper tiers, all cheering for gladiators, wild beast hunts, or chariot races. For a few hours, the social gap faded, replaced by collective excitement. Religion was another daily constant. Rich families sponsored temples, while poor Romans left offerings at small household shrines. Festivals, processions, and rituals gave everyone, rich and poor alike, a shared identity as Romans. So, what can we learn from their world? Ancient Rome reminds us how a single city could contain extremes, luxury beyond belief and poverty beyond imagination. Yet both groups built the empire together. Now let me ask you, if you had the choice, would you rather live as a rich senator in ancient Rome, or experience life as a poor but free Roman citizen? Drop your answer in the comments, because I'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this glimpse into Roman life, hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into the ancient world. Trust me, we've only just scratched the surface.